universal system of written music, which was actually developed by monks in churches.
I will share a secret with you, but I must keep it quiet. If Father knew that I was here talking to you, he would have my hide. My brothers and I have developed this most beautiful system of writing and singing, which you will end up calling music. I hear over in Italy they have machines that will stamp and press copy after copy of the same thing. We dare not use such machines of the devil. We still write things by hand. But I'll show you some things. This you will come to call the treble clef. And what this is for higher voices and instruments to play music.
We have 2 fingers on one side, thumb on the other, not a lot of pick hanging out. We're resting our palm on the bridge, and we are going to have complete control over our rhythm and our dynamics. And I want you to start just by picking down, up, down, up. This is called alternate picking, and you're going to use this 80% of the time.
Take a look at the muscles and the skeletal structure of the hands if you're going to actually play guitar, and make sure that you keep your muscles and everything well in line and well protected. So let us begin by taking a look. It's important that you make sure you protect the dorsal metacarpal arteries by holding your wrist down and your palm down, rolling the wrist around with the thumb in the back and the fingers in the front to help protect the phalanges.
Yeah. This is supposed to be funny. Kind of over the top a little bit. You really don't need to know that much about the muscles in the hand.
Graph X-ray here will Fender and Gibson, which are 2 of the major electric guitar manufacturers in the nation, have student models. Fender makes the Squire pack, and this is a good buy because it comes with the amp, the cable, picks, a strap, a tuner, the whole 9 yards for $2.99. So you don't get nickel and dime to death on that.
Before we go any further, we need to learn about a half step and a whole step. Now, before we show you what that is on a real fretboard, to get such a big concept, you're going to need to see it on a much bigger fretboard. So as you can see, we're outside here. Since the classroom wasn't good enough for you, we made a huge guitar fretboard out of these parking spaces, right? We have the 5th fret and the 7th fret and so on. I wanted to illustrate for you the difference between a half step and a whole step. A half step is the distance of 1 fret. So I am now standing in the 6th fret, whereas before I was standing in the 5th fret. That's a half step. The distance of a whole step is the distance of 2 frets. Right now I'm on the 7th fret, whereas before I was on the 5th fret. Well, how do we know that? Because the 12th fret has 2 dots. Yeah, sorry, buddy. We'll be done in a minute. All right, thanks. Guitar tablature, or the more common tab, was developed for string instruments such as the lute and the early guitar. And instead of being a staff where notes are arranged on lines and spaces, it goes by the strings. So let's think back to this lesson where we talked about the open strings, E, A, D, G, B, E, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, biggest on the bottom, smallest string on the top, and this one goes by fret numbers, right? So let's say we have 0. What does that mean? Open on the biggest string, 1st fret, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and then maybe we go to another string, open on the A string, 1st, 2nd, and so on. That's how guitar tablature works. So you can play it in several different places. In addition, you can do 2 cool things. 1, cheat a little. Wrap your thumb around the top and just grab a bass note there. Variate the chord by taking your 1st finger on and off the high E string. So where would you use something like that? Mix it with what you know. You've got your root 6 common movable majors and your root 6 common movable minors, and the same for the root 5. So let's see if we can find a chord that'll match really well with this A major 7. A, M-A-J 7, A capital M 7, A delta. We're going to start with 8th notes. We're going to open stroke the 1st one, and we're going to mute the 2nd one. So it's going to be open, mute, open, mute, open, mute, open, mute.